yet again. And quick side note, I am streaming from my new MacBook Pro, so hopefully y'all can hear me better this time
Yeah,
because
Josh. Yeah, stun on him, Josh. Stun on him, Josh. Stun on him, Josh.
because I got tired of y'all saying, "Oh, you're not coming through on the feed. You're not coming through on the stream." While I'm trying to scream loud as all hell, just so y'all can. Anyway, I hope that resolves that at this point, but that's neither here nor there right now. We got an episode to cover, so in the meantime, I am of course your Archduke, Josh Carroll, and next to me is Lord Drucifer. Welcome to the Two.
Yeah. Microphone check. 1, 2. What is this? Welcome to the Week 8 recap, Week 9 preview of the NFL season. As my illustrious co-host said, here's the Archduke. I am Lord Drucifer. Uh, hate to start off this episode on a sad note. A lot of us are part of the hip hop community. Takeoff of the Migos was shot and killed earlier this morning in Houston, and we just want to
Rest in
send our
peace.
condolences and our love to his family, to the hip hop community, all of us who are hip hop artists, from battle rap to just music artists,
Fact.
etc. Um, just a horrible way to start my day. I nobody saw that coming.
Yeah,
Um,
I got real sick of that news. Like
yeah,
it was some stupid shit too. Like how?
yeah.
It was
I'll let the other reports cover that. I don't want to get into that part.
yeah, neither do I.
Just
But yeah. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Migos at first, but they really like grew on me as
mm,
as they went along. Like they could all really rap, especially Takeoff. Like he was one of the ones for sure. Rest in peace.
yeah. So thoughts and prayers to the entire hip hop community. Thoughts and prayers to the family of the Migos. Very tragic. In a lighter note, our brother in arms, AOKO, is recovering very well. He's
Here, here.
communicating. So continue to recover, my brother. Continue to recover. Of course, we will be here. Thoughts and prayers to him as well. Josh, week 8 keeps getting weirder.
Yeah.
Keeps getting fucking weird. Side note, before we get into football, along the baseball news, our White Sox told Tony La Russa, get the fuck out of here. And we're hiring somebody from Kansas City to be the new White Sox manager. What is your thoughts on this one?
Yes, he's the bench coach of the Royals. From what I've read about him, from from what I've read about him, he has a lot of experience, especially within like the minor league system, and has spent quite some time on that Kansas City bench, and has a real good rapport with Spanish-speaking players, which definitely works well with us, considering half our team is Latin.
Ooh, Viva la raza. Alrighty. All right. Josh's face when I said that was kind of like, eh. But,
Not,
Josh
not
is the baseball guy. So,
Yeah, it admittedly wasn't the hire I was kind of expecting for what it's worth, but I'll take it nonetheless. It's certainly better than rehashing an old flame in Ozzy.
I would have took Ozzy. Ozzy at least got us to the World fucking Series.
True, but at
Right.
least I'd like to think that we needed a guy who understood today's game better.
All right, I give you that. So let's give our new manager a try. Josh, and other news in the NBA news, Steve Nash is out in Brooklyn. They're eyeballing the guy who had some fuckery in the Celtics organization. What? Hello? He had some
I
mass
mean,
fuckery,
quite
quite
literally.
literally. All right.
We're not even saying that as a whole adjective. It was
No,
literal.
no, it was literally some fuckery going on in there. Steve Nash is out. they're eyeballing him. There will be some fuckery in Brooklyn. But aside from that, let's talk about our Bulls for a split second. Andre Drummond and Dragic are two pickups that I didn't see coming, but it's working very well for the Bulls. Why the hell is Big Vooch shooting threes as if he's a sniper? Because he's hitting them. He's definitely hitting them.
I mean, he isn't like the best shooter from three at his position, but he certainly can make them. I mean,
he is sinking them.
I just wish. Well, obviously he is working on it now. He's like really trying to like pick and choose when he shoots them, because in his first like full year with us last year, like he was really chucking them up for no good reason, and really having like a whole bunch of off games when we needed him to come through. So I'm definitely glad that's working out. It's not, and as far as like the team as a whole, it's not the start I would have loved, but given the circumstances, it's working itself out.
All right. Well, I mean, it's just the start of the season. Bulls play a lot of games. It's not like they're pressed for time right now. We're not pressed for time until about March Madness. That's when you really got to get your shit together. Press for time comes in the NFL because you only play 17 weeks of football. That is over 4 months of regular season, that's about 4 months of regular season. The fifth month is really the preseason, and then your sixth month is the playoff heading to the Super Bowl. You really only got 3 months to get your shit together because that last month is a vie for the playoffs. One team I'm not particularly worried about making the playoffs this year because I understand what they're doing is my Chicago Bears, and we will touch on that in a second. Josh, you might want to fix your sound because you're going to do a whole lot of screaming about this one.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Timothy's in the comments on Facebook? My boy Timmy.
How you doing? All right, nobody wants South Park? Really? Okay. All right. Let's start with Thursday. Am I coming in clear? Am I good? I didn't freeze.
Yes,
all right. Cool. Beautiful. Thursday night game. We called it. The Bucks are just not the Bucks right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but Baltimore beat shit down their leg, and I don't care what the score says. Baltimore put on a clinic against Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay.
And Tom Brady was once again pissed off.
He's always going to be pissed off. Like, what? Especially now that Antonio Brown is supposed to be dating Giselle.
Okay.
She like, all right, you know what, Tom? We'll leave it. You're the GOAT. I'm not going to say anything to piss you off. Well, no, let's piss you off. Maybe it'll make you play better. All right, Baltimore hangs on 27-22 in Tampa Bay. I said Denver. You said Jaguars. I don't know where your unmisguided faith in the Jaguars come from, but that ain't it. I told you Russell Wilson was not going to fall to the Jaguars. Russell Wilson hangs on 21-17 in London. Denver beats the Jaguars.
It wasn't exactly blind faith, though. They were on a run. How could you not like want to pick them in that moment?
Because it's the Jaguars. That's why. My faith never really. If we're talking about Russ, he still knows how to carve up a defense.
True.
And the Jaguars have a lack of defense, but the Jaguars did just pick up some offense. We'll talk about in a minute. We said Falcons. The people said Carolina. Somebody got all their picks wrong this week, except for maybe one. But somebody got all this shit wrong, including picking Carolina. The Falcons are just a tiny bit better. And the Falcons, Josh, get this staggering one. Get ready for a heart attack. The Falcons are in first place in the NFC South.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Not what either of us were likely expecting for that division, but hey.
And if we're talking about, Carolina and the Falcons, get this, we're battling for first place. Where the fuck is New Orleans? What were they doing?
Bro, I told you the NFC South. Wait, no, I'm thinking of a different division. I didn't say they were the new NFC East, but
no, the AFC North. You said was the new AFC least. I mean NFC least.
Yeah, I did. But either way, like I guess we kind of knew it would be a toss-up in the NFC South either way, but neither of us were expecting that.
Yeah, these are two teams I didn't have at the top of the key at all. But the Falcons hang on 37-34 by a field goal. Falcons move in the first place in the NFC South. Well, we went down to the D. Well, no, we went down to the A, Arlington, and despite the Cowboys running the football very efficiently, I'm happy from what I saw from the offense in Chicago. They didn't go down like no bitches. We're scoring touchdowns.
Yeah,
N'Keal Harry had a touchdown. We're getting into the end zone. The only problem with that game, honestly, and I know you fake ass Bear fans go, yeah, we suck. No, we don't. Dallas has a top. Dan Quinn is a top 5 defensive guy. All right, number one. Remember what his Falcons looked like when they went to the Super Bowl. All right.
facts.
Their defense was the shit. That was the defense to beat. Dallas has had a top 5 defense for maybe the past 3-4 years. Their offense was the problem. Ezekiel Elliott goes out, and Tony Pollard. I gotta tip my hat to that guy. Fast as shit. I mean, as soon as he hit the pocket, he was gone. You would see our Bears turn around, and he's 5 yards down the field already. Containment wasn't the issue. It's just, dude, he got some wheels. They hang on 49-29. I don't really see a cause for concern, Josh.
But also the play. I did look at the highlights, of course, because I couldn't catch the full game because I was in Alaska, doing my thing. But yeah, like be that as it may, you still have to a certain degree, like really know your assignments and where you think certain people might be in a given situation.
That is true. And this is one of those games I would have liked the defensive coordinator to call more blitzes, especially if you know he's gonna run it. That would have plugged the gaps. But tip off to Tony Pollard, he is a speed back for real. And I think that's one thing Chicago's missing, having a speed back. We got 2 power backs and one of them that can speed and open space. But to hit acceleration right off the line, Tony Pollard Zeke might be out of there. If I'm Jerry Jones, I'm looking at this and I'm going, all right, scurry along, sir.
Hold on. Time out. Like your feed is like, I can still hear you obviously, but like your feed isn't showing on the big side of the screen. Like
it's the same shit you just did. So you probably got to refresh again because you're choppy.
Yeah, hold on, guys.
Josh is taking care of technical difficulties, and he'll be right back with this commercial break. All right, during the commercial break, we'll talk to you about the new Avengers game that came out last year that I'm just now playing that everybody doesn't like, but I like it because I'm an Avengers fan and I'm a nerd. So, hey, look at my spider shirt. Haha. That's it. That's all I have for that. That's the only commercial break I had because I don't do commercials. I actually skip commercials. I was watching football last night. Every time they went to commercial, I went to Monday Night Raw. I mean, because why not? Who likes commercials? Not I, said Cheshire Cat.
All right. Check.
Am I good? I'm back?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep. I can hear you.
All right. So it's your computer.
Yeah, because like to like further explain it, like I can hear and see you on the side where like all the guests are and like who's in the stream. But like it was frozen up on like the side where the people can see, like the bigger screen.
The weird part is that I can see me fine. It's your computer. So,
yeah,
because every time you refresh it, it gets better. That's the weird part.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the mesh trying to like really like work itself out still or
probably
whatever. But yeah,
let's
move on.
Dallas hangs on 49-29 in Chicago. I like what I see. They got some fight. They got some bite. And this year for the Bears, I'll explain it later, is not about winning a Super Bowl. We're just trying to figure out our coaching staff, and they're doing a really good job of what we have. More on that in a moment. I really, really wanted to vote for the Lions because I know they got grit and determination. But Miami is just too much for anybody to handle right now. Miami hangs on 31-27. Josh, the Lions keep losing, but they look like they should be winning. The hell is going on in Detroit?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they really should be winning some of these games, especially with how they're honestly looking or have been looking on both sides of the ball, really, especially offensively, with how they seem to really be gelling as a unit. And DeAndre Swift seems to be having a breakout year, if you want to call it that.
Hey, I mean, let's see what the Lions have. This coming week is going to be a big one, and you're probably going to be surprised with my pick this time. Arizona travels to Minnesota to face Skull. It's them damn Vikings, and they sounded off the Yaller horn a lot. Vikings beat shit down Arizona's leg 34-26. Kyler Murray is still a child. That's all I got for that one. You said Vegas. I said New Orleans. Josh, don't you ever go against voodoo. The Saints keep Las Vegas to a very humble 0. It was a crap out. Saints beat down Vegas.
I fucked
24 to nothing. He said, I fucked up. This segment is you fucked up. New England.
Hey, that was your installment of you fucked up this week because I fucked.
Yeah, that is the installment of you fucked up. All right. New England travels to the Jets, and what we saw them get beat down by us, we certainly thought the Jets were going to beat them, and New England said, wait a minute. Nobody move. We're still the Patriots. They hang on, and I think the score was 20. It was 22-17. It was a 5-point game. They beat the Jets. That is not a crucifixion against the Jets. The Jets are still playing lights out. New England just had the upper hand this one time. But I don't see it as an upswing for New England. They still have a very shitty quarterback controversy that needs to be sorted out if they want to make the playoffs.
Yeah, especially with Bailey Zapp is sort of on his way to taking over Mac Jones' spot if he's going to keep playing like he has been. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
and now they'll really be saying who?
Mac damn. Don't do my boy like that. Come on now. That's my dog. It was a crosstown classic or a cross-state classic. I know. It was a cross-state classic. Pittsburgh versus the Eagles. Josh, we both called it. The Eagles just cannot be stopped at this point. At all.
They're playing out their damn minds, especially Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts is putting a hurting on a lot of people. They hang on 35-13. And that was Chase Claypool's last game as a Steeler. More on that in a minute. Shh, Josh, I know you want to say it. Shh. I know. So Tennessee travels down to Houston in this divisional fuck up, and nobody has faith in Houston right now. 17-10 Tennessee. They go down there and wipe the floor with them. I thought the coach was going to get some act right. They did, but not the way we thought.
Hold on. You want to know the messed up thing about Tennessee right now? It's literally only Derrick Henry.
Literally. Just this is the one-man band right now. Hand him the ball and let him be him. But that's why they call him the king. He is King Henry for a reason. When you can give him the ball all game and they have no answer for that, you are the GOAT. Sorry, you are the king. You are the king. We got Washington versus the Colts, and I don't know how Washington get. Oh, wait. Tyler Heineke is still the quarterback, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, that's why they're winning. Okay. So Washington beat the Colts. I thought Carson Wentz was going to start. Apparently, I was wrong. So this segment is I fucked up because I didn't know who the quarterback was. I would have picked Washington if I knew Heineke was still the quarterback. They hang on by 1 point, 17-16. Josh, the Colts, I believe, are done for. Simply because there's a lot of reasons. And we're going to talk about trades after this recap and why I think the Colts are
Right.
done. But the Colts just haven't been doing shit.
Yes, very, very surprisingly, in fact, because I remember picking them as like a sleeper team in the AFC South, let alone the AFC conference. So seeing them mess up the way they are, I mean, it's sort of surprising.
All right. Josh, this time you actually listened to me, didn't you? Damn it. I said San Fran somehow just has the Rams number in regular season. Normally you argue that and pick the Rams. This time you listen to me, huh? Huh? With Run CMC coming from Carolina to San Francisco, and the Rams ain't got no answer for that. Like I said, Jalen Ramsey has been getting his ass beat like a stepchild. 31-14. San Francisco is just running away with this division.
Yeah, because like you were playing like heavy devil's advocate in that game specifically, and I just couldn't help but agree with you on like my second thoughts and shit. Like you made a very good case, and you definitely proved yourself right.
San Francisco just beats the dog shit out of the Rams, and they might beat them in the playoffs if the Rams actually show up to the playoffs. Because again, Jalen Ramsey is getting beat like a stepchild. All right. Giants, Seahawks. I thought the Giants were going to take it. Seahawks got something to say. Geno Smith, watch out now. Hangs 27 on the Giants defense.
What was it, like 9 years too late? 9 year late, bro.
Wow. That's disrespectful.
It's true. Am I lying though? He has not. Am I lying?
No.
Up until now, he has not had a very good season when he's had the opportunity to play. Mind you, I'm glad he's taken advantage of said opportunity though.
All right, 27-13. Seahawks hang 27 on the Giants and beat them in Seattle. There was a lot of people. There's a lot of people who watched Sunday night and put on their ugly ass green and yellow. They got slices of cheese for dinner. They're like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers is going to have a breakout game against the Buffalo Bills. Forgetting that the Buffalo Bills is bending people over the pool table and hiking their pants down. The Bills are putting a whooping on the NFL. Bills beat Green Bay 27-17. Josh, this seems to be the question week by week. Fuck is going on in football? Aaron Rodgers is not looking like Aaron Rodgers. The Packers are not looking like the Packers. A lot of teams just look lost.
Yeah, absolutely. For some particular reasons, but not everything has a reason, as we know. But
I'm glad they lost. Fuck them. Then we go to Monday night, and we all said Cincinnati. I don't know who Cleveland was playing, but it wasn't Cincinnati.
I do.
Who are they playing?
No, I mean, like I'm keeping the analogy because they just lost to they just lost Jamar Chase for 4 to 6 weeks prior to that game. So that
hip surgery.
That definitely put a hinder offensively for Cincinnati. So they were sort of backed into a corner, and they couldn't, unfortunately, make do with what they had.
And this is what I keep telling people about hanging names on football, because certain names don't guarantee it. Names are safety blankets, i.e. Devontae Adams in Green Bay. Oh, Green Bay is going to be at the top of the division. Devontae Adams is gone. Clearly, that was Aaron Rodgers' safety blanket, because you don't have a number one receiver, and everybody you try to fit in the number one receiver category ends up shitting the game away, as we keep saying.
And see, for years, I had for years, obviously, we'd seen that Rodgers was the kind of quarterback to really make any wide receiver look good. But now, for whatever reason, without Devontae, who's making who look good now?
That's what I'm saying. Nevertheless, the Browns take that divisional game 32-13. 30 fucking 2. 32. That's terrible. Yeah, you don't have any offense, but at least your defense could have showed up. And they did.
Yeah, not the score I was expecting to begin with, but here we are.
Well, the leaderboards are anybody's game because after week 8, halfway through the season, we're here to report that Eddie, you're in first with 38 points. Congratulations.
You're just satisfied you.
No, I'm gonna just buy my own fucking jersey. Okay, I got a jersey in there with my name on it, so I don't care. Josh, you're in second place with 35 points. All right. I was shocked at this. I'm in third with 34 points. That's terrible. There's a 3-way tie for fourth place between Mom, Roy, and James with 33 points. Fifth place is Tyler with 32. Sixth place is Rob with 31. Seventh is Mo with 30 points. Malik is in eighth place with 29. And Jamie is in last place with 27. It literally is anybody's game. A week can change it. We don't have any special stipulations for the third quarter of football. It will be regular points as resumed. But get ready for the fourth quarter because I'm probably going to throw a monkey wrench and all that bullshit as it comes down to the wire when it comes to the playoffs. Breaking news out of the NFL. A lot of these people are either homeless or got to look for another house, but a lot of people got kicked the fuck out of their respective locker rooms. Let's start. Robert Quinn. Trade deadline was today, and I took a nap and woke the fuck up, and my phone was like, because a lot of people just got kicked out. Run CMC, of course, we know got traded to San Francisco. Robert Quinn to the Eagles for a 4th round pick. Roquan got traded to the Ravens for a 2nd and a 5th round. See you bye. Calvin Ridley is still suspended for some odd reason, but the Falcons said, hey, go to the Jaguars even though you can't play for a compository composition pick. Whatever the fuck that shit is. Compository composition compilation, whatever the fuck that shit is. Yep. All that shit. Get this. The Denver Broncos called the Miami Dolphins and said, hey, you want Bradley Chubb? And they said, sure. And they gave up a 1st rounder and running back Chase Edmonds to Denver in return for Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins. And guess who the fuck the Bears got to play this week? The Dolphins. Come on, Bradley. Bring your monkey ass to Chicago. Bradley Chubb. Welcome to the big leagues. William Jackson, who didn't want to be in Washington anymore, because I wouldn't either. The name is the Commanders. Come on now. He goes to the Steelers for a 6th round 2025 pick. I'm sorry. I gave up a defensive back for 2025? Nah, I'm good.
I was say that's an odd ass pick to receive. You would think that any picks given out would be for within the next 2 years at least. Within. Not 3, not 4, not 5. I sound like LeBron James. Not 6, not 7.
Hey, he stopped at 4. That's it for him. So the Colts give running back Naheem Hines to Buffalo for Zach Moss and a 6th round pick. Buffalo now has a running back who can catch the ball out the backfield. And I think that's just going to make Buffalo a lot more dangerous. And the biggest news to come out of what?
I agree.
Oh, okay. The biggest news to come out of Hallis Hall, we got a 2nd and a 5th round for Roquan Smith, and we took one of those 2nd rounds and shipped it to Pittsburgh for star wide receiver Chase Claypool. Welcome to the Bears, you ball hawking son of a bitch, you. I like this. Justin Fields needs more speed.
I am really hoping this change of scenery that was much needed for Mr. Claypool really brings out the best in him now, especially with how highly touted of a prospect he was coming into his respective draft class. Like him and Mooney paired together, my God.
With
Look
N'Keal
out.
Harry, being there too, as you saw, N'Keal Harry caught his first touchdown pass as a Bear. Um, and he's a big man down in the red zone, but we all know Chase Claypool outside on the perimeter is a red zone threat, even from 50 yards out.
And he's fast.
Fast as shit. Fast as shit. And not for nothing, fucking N'Keal Harry is fast because nobody saw this motherfucker down the middle.
So
Nobody saw him.
could this, so hot take, could this be the new Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey of today's era?
And faster. And faster. Because Darnell Mooney is quick as shit. But Chase Claypool on the perimeter is quick as shit.
Facts.
Quick as shit. So we're looking at a new tandem. We're looking at some help for Justin. And it's not that they didn't have talent, but he got sacked, twice in the Dallas game? But that offensive line, they were holding up pretty good against Micah Parsons.
Hold on. Time out. I'm frozen this time.
Come on, Jabrak. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors. And the word is... Oh, no, there's Josh.
All right, we good. Yeah. Now that I think about it, my Mac did mention about a new update, so I may need to do that after the episode. But that neither here nor there.
All right. So we've got the trades. Josh, I'm proud of the Bears. I want to let the people know that this year is not about playoffs. Well, they would like to make the playoffs, but this year is not about playoffs. We're trying to gel everything together. We're trying to get pieces around Justin so he can succeed, because the 8 draft picks, we have a first, a second, a third, 2 fourths, 2 fifths, and a 7th. We have 8 picks. Let me explain something to y'all.
And people seem to be forgetting that Roquan did not want to resign with us at all.
Not at the price we were willing to give him. Oh! Speaking of, they got rid of Roquan and signed former Bills linebacker A.J. Klein. If y'all don't know who that is, y'all need to go check the white boy out, because he is fuck.
He's underrated as hell.
He is legit. He is legit. And we still got the rookie Jack Sanborn in who the fuck.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. Now this gives him way more chances to show what earned him the roster spot he has.
I'm just saying. The depth chart looks good. Which brings us to week number 9 in the NFL. We're going back to regular points, people. Everything is 1 point per game. Josh, Philly takes their talents to the Lone Star State, to Houston. And I don't see Texas making that of this one. I don't.
But not a chance. Not a chance.
No.
Eagles.
I got. This is a picks to click. Philly versus Houston. Sunday, we start the noon games. The Chargers fly down to visit the first place Falcons. And I think the Chargers get it together, but it's going to be a tough game. I believe in Justin Herbert. All right. I got the Chargers.
Yeah, this was surprising, like the fact that the Chargers are on a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for here? They're on a bit of a
Slump.
down. They're on a bit of a downswing,
Yeah.
and they really need to use this as a way to really climb back up that hill. And the Falcons are a perfect team to try to do that on. So I've got the Chargers.
All righty. We welcome the fish people to the north. The Dolphins take a visit to Soldier Field. We got Chase Claypool. They got Bradley Chubb. This is literally an offense versus defense type of game. We got to contend with the Cheetah, but I think we'll be able to handle it if the Cheetah's the only person making plays. We shut down some routes. We
I
get
mean,
some stops.
I mean,
We can handle it.
they practically have to shut down 3 people specifically on offense, not including the quarterback.
Oh shit, Jalen Waddle. I forgot about the Penguin.
Yeah,
I forgot about the Penguin.
You got Tyreek Hill, you got Jalen Waddle, and you got Mike Gesicki.
We can handle the tight. Whoa. With the middle linebackers that we have, with the linebacker core that we have, I don't think Gesicki is going to be that big of a problem once they figure out the adjustments. The Bears are really good at adjusting at halftime. I wish they would make the adjustments before halftime, but like during the second quarter at some point, which I think they did in Dallas. We got a touchdown, we got a pick, and then we got 3 points right before the half. So that was a good way to get the adjustments, but we would need the adjustments just a wee bit beforehand. So if we can make the adjustments, we can take away the tight end.
Yeah, for sure. I still got the Bears regardless, but obviously
I'm never going against the Bears. Hey, remember I said I'm never going against the Bears. Hey, my birthday game is against the Bills, and I really want to pick the Bills for that game, but I love my Bears, so I'm going to ride with the Bears, even though I'm going to feel like a dum-dum for that. But, yeah, so we got the Bears versus Miami. We can do this one. Carolina visits I don't know who the hell they are because they're not the Bengals. Josh, if Carolina wins this game, I don't know what the hell. Because they'll let the Browns beat y'all.
Yeah. For what it's worth, this is a must-win game because Cincinnati is having a bit of a down year coming off of their Super Bowl appearance, and knowing the fact that Carolina is just as depleted as they are in terms of talent, if they can't beat them, then they're pretty much screwed.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So who do you get to give the benefit of the doubt to?
I don't really have faith in Cincy's offense.
Ooh. Without Jamar Chase?
Yes. They can't. Joe Burrow can't just rely on Tyler Boyd to catch passes for him.
But the question is, do you have enough faith in Carolina's defense to stop them?
That's an even bigger question, ain't it?
Yeah. Because Cincinnati can be shit on offense all they want to. If Carolina's defense can't stop it, then Cincinnati wins at that point.
Yeah, but you could also say the same thing for Cincy's defense going into this week because they allowed 42 points to the freaking Browns.
Yeah, that is true.
So
it's true.
I'm gonna go with my gut, Carolina.
I think I'm gonna ride with you, Carolina. I don't. Bengals just kind of disappointed me with that one. It's just
they really did. We had all the faith in y'all, Cincy.
Yeah,
all the faith.
Yeah,
it's the fucking Browns.
It's the Browns.
Do I have to emphasize it any further?
It's the Browns. It's the Browns without Baker Mayfield. Like when Baker was there, they were a threat. He was that guy. But they traded him for Deshaun Shit Show Watson, and like Jacoby Brissett, let's not take away from him. He's navigating this as best as he can, but it's still the fucking Browns.
Yeah.
Like y'all went from the Browns, the dog pound with Baker Mayfield, back to the Browns. Like,
side note, Lacey, I love you. I know you're a huge Browns fan, but I'm sure you feel their pain right now.
I
If you're
it's the
if you're watching, hopefully you're not too mad at me shitting on your Browns, but
Oh no. Well, it won't be you, it'll be me. I'm a Steelers fan. Fuck them. All right, anyway. Josh, this is a picks to click because this game is very fucking interesting and you're probably going to be shocked with my pick. Green Bay goes to Detroit. I'm picking the Lions.
you know, I'm not entirely shocked. I'm not entirely shocked because judging by the way they've been playing offensively overall, it is very plausible and very doable that they can beat the Packers, especially since their defense isn't exactly playing up to par either week by week. So you got to really consider in those kind of factors going into a game like this.
It's more of a crucifixion against Green Bay. They just haven't been very Green Bay-ish. They've been lackluster. They've been in turmoil, stuck in limbo. They're losing to teams they should have squashed. And it goes to my testament of Devontae Adams was your safety blanket, and now you have no fucking idea what to do. Your running back core should be the basis for your game, but with everybody screaming about stats and Rodgers wants to be MVP, he wants to air it out all the time, and defenses are picking that up. I think the Lions are going to have a shutdown protocol for that shit, and they might steal this one. I got Detroit.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, I do happen to agree with you because A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones is definitely one of the best two-back pairings I've seen in a while. Like I haven't really seen a real good like two running back system in about half a decade.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yes. Hey, did you see the Bears implement that shit? Luke Getsy is paying attention. Montgomery and Herbert back there.
I love the way he's utilizing that for sure. For sure. Like, dang it, I'm frozen again.
Commercial break. Josh got to get it. See, this is why you choose Droid, not Apple. I don't know why I'm dancing on screen.
I can't really explain it at this point. I really can't.
This is why you choose Android, not Mac. All right. Anyway, who do you have? Who do you have for Green Bay and Detroit?
I've got the Lions.
I've got the. Hey, this is a picks to click because this is very interesting and it's a rivalry game. Vegas goes to Jacksonville. I just don't have faith in the Jaguars. I'm picking Vegas.
Yeah, in this game, not so much, because Vegas is going to come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, and wanting to bounce back from that shout out from New Orleans. So yeah, I've got them.
All right, Indy travels to New England. Bill Belichick passed our beloved Papa Bear in wins as a head coach, only because Papa Bear isn't here anymore, and Bill Belichick is still ticking. Bill Belichick knows how to coach. Indy is on some type of punishment run where they're receiving punishment, not giving it. I have the Patriots.
Yeah, I've got the Pats as well on that one.
Also, that's what I was going to bring up with the trades. I think giving up Roquan and Robert Quinn, I think next year we're going to see some free agency from Indianapolis come over to Chicago, people who are used to Alan Williams and Matt Eberflus. We could be seeing Indy 2.0 when they were good in Chicago, and that might help us.
Are you referring specifically to DeForest Buckner?
Maybe. And Shaq might bring his big ass over here too. Shit.
Maybe because he's just as good a tackler as Roquan Smith.
We need a cornerback. Kendall Vildor is booty water in at corner number 2. Or I say switch him. Kendall Vildor should be slot or nickel, and have Kyler Gordon at number 2.
Yeah, easy. Because Gordon is slightly better coverage wise than Vildor is.
Slightly better? Yo, Vildor been here for like the last 2 years.
Actually, no. By a country mile.
Vildor's been here for the past 2-3 years and keep getting beat like he stole something. Yeah, switch him out. Buffalo heads to. I got Buffalo. Sorry, Jets. I know y'all have been doing great so far, but
no.
Yeah. I know y'all been doing great so far, but this is Buffalo.
Yeah, y'all stand no chance whatsoever.
Yeah. Don't say that. They do stand a chance. It's just the snowball's chance in the devil's throne room on the surface of the sun in a sauna. So yeah. Now, if they beat the Bills, then that's one powerful fucking snowball. But all right. We got Minnesota versus Washington. I got Minnesota. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Minnesota's on a freaking tear. They're gonna stop Washington.
Yeah.
I don't even got to debate that any further.
It's still fucking Washington. Seattle goes to Arizona, and this is a divisional matchup, so it is a picks to click for our 3:30 games. Josh, put my faith in Geno Smith, because I have absolutely no faith in Arizona right now. I got Seattle.
The way Geno Smith is playing right now and really commanding that Seahawks offense when everyone was counting them out, you gotta really have faith in that and really ride with them, especially that 12th man fan base. No question.
Seahawks. So you got Seahawks. Yep. Josh, I really don't want to pick for this next game. I would rather pick. Let me see. Because it's the Rams versus the Bucks. And I really would rather pick a fat dude's toenail to cut Teflon than pick either of these two. I would rather pick Ryan Clark to win a bootlicking contest in a stiletto club wearing atmosphere. I would rather pick that Soulja Boy would be the first rapper in space and then win a Grammy. I would rather pick a stripper to marry next than pick either of these teams. I'd rather pick my nose than pick one of these. Right?
Keep going.
I would rather pick Toe Jam and Earl. Okay, I would rather. All right, I would rather pick ass hair out of the shower drain than pick either. Oh man, I just don't want to pick the Rams or the Bucks, man. Like I just can't. Neither one of these teams give me faith in being alive right now. Like they're just terrible. I would rather pick heaven and hell simultaneously. All right. I don't have faith in either one of these teams. I would rather give my life to Christ than give my vote to the Rams or the Bucks. Like I just can't.
Keep going.
I just can't. I just can't. There's nothing great about the Rams. There's nothing great about Tampa Bay other than Tom Brady being there, but that just kind of seems like a afterthought at this point. But I just don't have faith.
And I guess neither do I. But for what it's worth, I do trust the Rams offense more than I do the Bucks offense right now, given how much they've been free falling. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay. I don't disagree with you at all. Totally agree. I'm picking the Bucks simply because one of us has to be right about the other team being shitty. So
Yeah,
this ain't even me picking against you per se. It's just one of these teams is shittier than the other one, and we're about to find out which one.
yeah. I ain't even mad at that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would rather pick the belly button of a fat dude than to pick.
Yeah, what else?
I just can't have faith in these teams. 7 o'clock or 7:20 rather. Tennessee travels to Kansas City for Sunday Night Football. This is a picks to click. I think Tennessee will put up a fight. I just think Patrick Mahomes will 1-2 punch them the fuck out. Travis Kelce is just that. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he has a grudge against everybody right now, so he's just doing the workload.
Yeah, and obviously what worked last week probably won't work this week as far as the Titans are concerned. They cannot and should not solely rely on Derrick Henry against a team like the Chiefs. As much as we like to shit on them week by week for various reasons, we got to look at the facts here. The Chiefs definitely still have a lot of weapons at their disposal. And that offense as a unit is going to tear up Tennessee's defense, and that Chiefs defense is absolutely going to shred anything up that's not named Derrick Henry.
Yep, and if they find a way to stop Derrick Henry, it don't look good for Tennessee.
Yeah, it's over at that point.
All right, so we got the Chiefs. That is a picks to click. Monday night, Baltimore travels to New Orleans. Roquan Smith is now a Baltimore Raven, and normally I would pick the Saints, but I think Lamar Jackson got some of his mojo back. He's been cutting it close, keeping it close, and he's been punching it in. I think I got Baltimore. I got Baltimore in this one.
Yeah, so do I. Like Lamar's really finding his stride again. He clearly wants that new contract. So yeah, I think he'll want to do everything he can possibly do to actually earn it.
Yep, that is a Monday night game, so that is a picks to click. Our picks to click Thursday: Philly versus Houston. Then we go Sunday at noon: Green Bay versus Detroit. The 3:30 game: Seattle versus Cardinals. We also have a rivalry game at noon that is a picks to click: Buffalo versus Jets. We also have the Sunday night game: Tennessee and Chiefs. Then we have Monday night: Baltimore, New Orleans. Josh, this is a very tell-all season for the future, not necessarily for the present. A lot of these teams are shaping up to make a run next year, few years down the line, putting pieces together. The Bears look like they want to strike early and often next year. We have a 8 draft picks. We have a salary cap close to $120 million. We got Chase Claypool from the Steelers. That is a good sign for offense. The offense is really coming together with Luke Getsy opening the playbook a little bit. I feel like Eberflus is going to be instrumental in bringing in some more defense next year. I'm hoping for a new cornerback next year. I'm hoping they re-sign Eddie Jackson. We need him. He is a locker room leader for the Bears, at least for a couple of more years if he doesn't want to stay long term. I see the Bears having an uptick this year. Doesn't necessarily tell a tale of playoffs or division winning this year, because we all took it as Ryan Poles saying, hey, we're here to take the North and never give it back as this year, but forgetting You have to have your pieces in place in order to do so. With Green Bay looking like they're out of the picture, and Kirk Cousins still the quarterback in Minnesota, Detroit looks like they're going to be helping us next year, getting us that division title, because if they could sleep or split the games between Minnesota and Green Bay, Chicago can take over next year by beating Minnesota and Green Bay, sweeping them, as well as Detroit. I feel like the Bears are putting pieces in place, especially through the draft. Ryan Pace was good in the draft. It's just that we had coaches in place that didn't know what to do with those picks. It looks like Eberflus and company do know what to do with those picks. Josh, what do you look at?
And also, speaking of Ryan Pace, I feel like Poles really wanted to undo, well, not necessarily sort of the mess Ryan Pace made, but some of the contracts that were on the books were sort of bad contracts. So really, Poles wanted to see that as an opportunity to build for the future. And I think he's definitely done a good job of that, especially since you still have 2 more years of team control with Chase Claypool. At least I think 2 more years.
I think it's 2 more. Yep.
And if they're able to lock up N'Keal Henry for multi-years, I don't care how long it is. It doesn't have to be like a whole 4 or 5 year deal. At the very least, like 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like you'll pretty much have your core set for the next couple years, and which will in turn allow the offensive line to come together better as a unit. And of course, that leaves much more room to further improve the defense on that side of the ball, especially the front seven, parts of the front seven at least, and especially the secondary, since Justin Fields is still on that rookie contract. So really, until he gets paid, you can pretty much spend freely on whatever need you choose.
I feel like we need one more corner. If can we trade Kendall Vildor? Like, can we get like a box of Cheetos for him or some shit? Like, can we get him out of here? Is that possible?
Excuse me. I mean, give Duke Shelley more reps.
Duke Shelley is actually good. Duke Shelley is good. Duke Shelley is awesome.
He is our current day Sherrick McManus. If you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I can see that. I would have loved. Can we trade Vildor for Bryce Callahan? Is that possible? Can we? I know Bryce Callahan got traded to Los Angeles at some point, but after this season, can we just make that happen? Can we go get Bryce Callahan back? I miss Bryce Callahan.
Yeah, Bryce Callahan was like hella underrated in Chicago.
Yeah, like he was. Yeah, if they're not gonna make Kyler Gordon number 2, can we please go get a number 2? Because like Vildor is trash. Like him and Jalen,
or at least try to draft one with one of with the Ravens pick.
Yeah. No, we just gave the Ravens pick away.
No, we didn't.
Remember?
No, we didn't.
We gave our original second round.
Yes, we did.
Okay,
that's been confirmed.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Use the first round pick for defense.
Oh, that's right. We do have a first round pick.
We have a first rounder. I would hold on to that. Unless, of course, you end up trading a first round pick for somebody we really need, like a corner, and get a second round pick back. So we would have 2 second rounds and somebody to fill in.
Yeah.
That's the only way I do that. But other than that, I will hold on to the first round pick.
Yeah, I mean, really, you'd want to get someone of importance with a first round pick, no question.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, at least my prediction, like they're gonna really stand firm on wanting to fill certain needs through the draft and not necessarily free agency or trading. And you know what?
Yep.
I can respect that.
Not bad.
It all depends on what they do at the end of the day. That's neither here nor there at this point, since the trade deadline has passed. So we will see.
I like what they're doing. Paul's trying to clean up Pace's mess. Pace did draft great, but Pace also made trades that gave away a lot of draft capital. So last year kind of felt stifled. This year, we fix some contract situations, we free up some cap space, and we get some of that draft capital back. Yes, it is at the expense of two of our very good defensive men on the front seven. But at the same time, this is a new regime we're going for, and teams are going to be willing to give drafts for those people, i.e., Roquan and Robert Quinn. I like building our draft capital, especially with the 120 million in near cap space that we're going to have next year. We can get maybe one or two names on defense or offense or both, and to help out the team, lock up Eddie Jackson. I would love to keep Bojack as a Bear at least for 2 or 3 more years. He is a real locker room leader there. Getting N'Keal Harry a long-term contract for at least, I would say, get him a 2, 3, maybe 4 at the most years. Get Darnell Mooney some money because he's going to need to get paid. But the rest of that should go offensive line, some front seven, and a corner. And we're good.
Easy.
Well, ladies and germs, don't forget to cast your votes in the picks to click before Thursday noontime. That is Philly versus Texans, Green Bay at Detroit, Buffalo at the Jets, Seattle at Arizona, Tennessee at the Chiefs, and Baltimore at New Orleans. And we will see you guys back here next week for the Week 9 wrap-up and the Week 10 preview.
Yep, and don't forget, I will be posting the picks to click on my page, as well as the updated leaderboard for the jersey. But keep in mind, the next leaderboard update will not be coming until after Week 12. It's every 4, or in the next case, 5 weeks, because the final leaderboard update will be after Week 17.
That'll be the finale. So rack up those points. And we probably have a special something to do in the playoffs too. We'll see. I'll see what I could cook up with that one. You might get a matching hat if you win the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is neither here nor there for now. Until then, this has been the Field Generals. I am the Archduke Josh Carroll.
I am Rob Van Dam.
Then pick a damn hand.
Yeah, I had to. I am Lord Drucifer. That's my brother there, the Archduke Josh Carroll. And so long, people, and cast your votes.
Appreciate y'all for listening. For those on Facebook, drop a like and leave a comment. For those on YouTube, like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. Peace.
And
y'all.
those of you who have faith in Green Bay, you might want to get your money back. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. Peace, y'all.